Okay, Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. My name is Susan At-Tahan and I'm going to explain about our project NOS. We are doing the project to do the three VMs. So the purpose of our project is to do three Rocky Linux virtual machine, and each designed a different role, which is web server, database server, and firewall server, to simulate a real-world deployment environment. So this architecture not only demonstrates the interaction between the web and database layers, but also it emphasizes the importance of networks segmentation and access control through the implementation of a dedicated firewall. So the web server hosts the front end and the back end components of the application. The MySQL server manages the data storage and retrieval, while the firewall server acts as a security gateway, regulating traffic between the internal and the external network. So by isolating services and enforcing strict network policies, the project aims to showcase best practices in system administration, basic network security, and also develop the service development using open source technologies. So this setup provides a foundational understanding of how modern web applications are structured, deployed, and also secured in a virtualized environment. So firstly, how my part is to set up the VMwares and make the IP configuration. So firstly, this project we have made the three VMs as we said in using Rocky Linux 9 and for our school management system. So each VM is assigned to a specific role, as we said, web server, MySQL server, and the firewall server. So firstly, we download the Rocky Linux 9, and then we install the Rocky Linux inside the VirtualBox, and the installation with the following specification: the system resource usage. The operation system is the local Linux 9, of course, the one that we installed, and the base memory we used the 1024 MB, 1 GB, and the process is one processors, and the storage is 10 GB virtual hard disk. And the network adapter that we use is NOT to access the internet for adapters and downloads, for the updates and the downloads. And after we set up the first VirtualBox, we clone this web VirtualBox. We clone this VM 2 times, and we changed the name, and we already have now the 3 VM set up. And we configure them using the IP configuration on the tools, and we put the IPs to every VM. It's a specific IP. And after configuring them, I have done my part at that place, and then I will give to my friend to explain about the firewall configuration first.
For the step configure firewall VM in Rocky Linux, configure firewall to manage network traffic between the internet and our internal network. For the step 1, install and enable firewall D. First, we install firewall D, which is the firewall management tool used in Rocky Linux. The the -y automatically confirms the installation. After that, we enable it to start at boot and use minus now to start it immediately. For step 2, allow required ports. Sudo firewall dash CMD anti-permanent. We open the ports needed for our web and database servers. Port 80 is used for HTTP web traffic, allowing access to our website. Port 3306 is used by MySQL or uh, is used by MariaDB for database communication. The minus permanent option makes sure the rule stays active even after reboot. Step 3, reload the firewall rules. Sudo firewall dash cmd dash dash reload to apply all the change we made. So with this step, the firewall VM is now allowing web and database traffic, essential which is essential for users to access the website and for the web server to communicate with the database. So I will pass to the next.
For the web server setup, firstly, I do sudo the DNF install. After that, aduh, sekejap. Dari sini. Stop sekejap. Okay, for the web server setup, firstly, I do sudo dnf install httpd php dash mysql and dash y. It's for install the Apache web server.
and install PHP so your web app can run dynamic scripts. For PHP dash MySQL ND, adds MySQL or MariaDB support to PHP so it can connect to your database. For dash Y, automatically answer yes to prompts. Next, sudo systemctl enable now HTTPD is for Max Apache start automatically on boot and starts Apache right away. So for port 80, it's for HTTP web traffic. It's used by browsers to access your app. And the permanent keeps the rule even the reboot. And the reload applies the firewall change immediately. Lastly, for the EcoNet IPv4 IP forward, it's for allows the system to forward IP packets, which is required if you are doing net or routing command in a firewall VM. It's to appends the setting to the system config file and also applies the change immediately. Next, I pass to Dashini to continue.
Okay, for database server setup, I'm using the code which is sudo dnf install MariaDB server and -y and to update the system, and also using the next step to enable the MySQL in database visual box. Then this is our course to create the PHP file and HTML file to access the database from the visual box terminal. Okay. We have used the commands to start and enable MySQL service and to run MySQL installation secure. Yeah. Then we use the allow remote access from web server like sudo firewall, CMD everything to connect to MySQL server. And that's all for me. Thank you. For the conclusion, the project successfully demonstrate the three visual machine, which is web server, MySQL database for our basic in-school management system. Through this system, we simulate a secure and functional server environment and commonly used in real-world enterprise network. So that's all from us. this is our website that we managed to access it, the HTML server text page. After doing everything the command, we can see the page in the web browser. We under the name Rocky Linux. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.